Hi, dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Welcome to the Cricket Happening show today. In this part of the Cricket Happening show, I'm going to look at the progress that happened in the third day's play in the rain hit third test match between New Zealand and South Africa at the Basin Reserve in Wellington in the National Bank one day series. But one good thing about yesterday, about this particular test match, was that there was no rain, there was not any rain interruptions, so things went on well. And New Zealand also, they made 65 for no loss in reply to South Africa, who actually declared at a very big score of 474 for 9. With centuries coming in. I'll be talking about that. Centuries coming in for Pietersen, JP Duminy. I'll be talking about that. And the other thing that I would like to talk about in this particular cricket show would be probably, as far as possible, I'll try to give some live commentary, because right now we are into the power play one in the most important match which is happening, because what West Indies can do today, they could make history today, because it has been a big drought for them as far as wins against Australia is concerned. And especially the other day, West Indies finally got their win against Australia after 6 years. Now what they have to do is do something, a repeat of that, because they're already 2-1 up in the series, and this is the final one-day internationals, and what a wonderful series this has been. So if West Indies can put it across Australia, that would be something, that would be a silver lining on West Indies, because not only that, they would have beaten Australia after 17 years, and that would be quite an achievement. So good luck to West Indies. But let me tell you one thing here, and not only that, if West Indies win against Australia, they displaced New Zealand from the one-day international rankings, and that would be another boost for the West Indies. And right now, the play is in progress here in the fifth one-day international at the Bissajur Cricket Ground in St. Lucia in West Indies. And well, the news that I have from you from the centre is Australia losing the toss. So West Indies winning the toss and inserting the Australians in 54 for no loss in 10.2 overs. Currently, David Warner is looking good, not out on 29 of 33 deliveries, and David Warner is not out on 25 of 30 deliveries, 3 4s in that knock to both the batsmen. So Darren Sammy is actually involved in the bowling operation here, as Darren Sammy is coming in and bowls to Warner, and well, Warner will get a single there. So the score moves on by 155 for no loss in 10.3 overs. So I think Australians openers have really started well here, but they have a long way to go. But I'm sure this particular one-day international match will have the same thrills, chills and spills as all the other one-day international matches have gone through in this particular one-day international series. Now, the other thing that is going to happen is tomorrow, that is going to be the start of the England-Sri Lanka Test Series. Now, as you know, England are in Sri Lanka. They have sent some players have gone there and got acclimatized. Well, England have been doing very well in the Sri Lankan trip, as far as, because they have been winning a lot of county matches there. Some domestic, some warm-up fixtures, they have won it. So that will give them a lot of confidence. So I will also try to see whether, if I have time, I'll try to preview the England-Sri Lanka Test Series about that. So let's start off with the New Zealand versus South Africa one-day international. Now New Zealand, sorry about that. New Zealand South Africa third day's play in the third and final test at Basin Reserve in Wellington. South Africa put up a huge score on the board. 474 for 9 was the score they had. Yesterday's feature was that partnership which went on to exactly 200. Alvaro Petersen went on to make 156 with 19 fours and 1 6, thus becoming the first South African batsman, I think, I mean, not the first South African, basically, he has got the highest score against New Zealand. That's what it seems. And Pietersen was looking very good. What was good about his batting was he was very, very good driving down the offside. His cover driving was absolutely impeccable. The spinners were being pulled over very well by Alvaro Pietersen was a treat to watch. As I said, his cover driving was absolutely a treat to watch. As far as Duminy was concerned, well, Duminy also played a good hand. He made his century, so that will give him a lot of confidence because he has been in some poor form here, and finally 103 runs to his name there with 13 boundaries. After that, De Villiers made 38 with 3 boundaries, 46 coming in from the wicketkeeper Mark Boucher with 6 fours, and one on Philander chipped in with 29 with 3 fours. So 474 for 9. South Africa innings closed. In fact, they declared. In fact, Martin at 2 for 95, but the person who actually had the South Africans, because let me tell you, I think New Zealand did well there because they were 306 for 3 at one stage, and to lose 7 wickets, it was all thanks to Mark Gillespie, who bowled lots of plays, a lot of movement in the air there. 33.4 overs, 7 maidens, 113 runs and 6 wickets. So he's having a good time after making a comeback into the New Zealand team. The last test he did well, and again he has been doing well in this test too. So that's some good things happening for Mark Gillespie. And other than that, 2 wickets to Martin, 1 to Doug Bracewell. Now, as far as New Zealand were concerned, New Zealand for the first time in the series having a good start, a good opening start, I would say, because they already put on 65 runs by close of play on the 3rd day. Daniel Flynn, the new batsman, was inducted. He's not out on 35 with 4 fours and 1 6. He had some nerves there as the bowling from Midon Philander was very good. Daniel Flynn was struggling a bit, but later on, he got his confidence back by actually slamming Midon Philander for a 6. So he had 35 not out, so he'll be very happy with his comeback into the New Zealand team. And Martin Guptill was not out on 28 with 3 boundaries. Daniel Flynn was also lucky that one of the edges which carried to Mark Boucher when Markle bowled, it was not sapped up by Boucher. Dale Steyn, none for 11, Vernon Philander. Yesterday couldn't really make any inroads there. 6 overs, no matter, none for 30. That was the first time that happened. And Vernon Philander is also close to a record here, as you know. He would become the first player in the world probably to actually go through to 50 wickets in a lesser number of matches. So good luck to him there. Marchand de Longe also bowled 4 overs, no maiden, none for 14. Now I'm going to take you back to Bissijor, where things are moving pretty well for the Australians. The Australians have moved their score now to 66 for no loss, and we are in the 12th over. Shane Watson is not out on 30 of 35 balls, and Shane Watson is 31 and David Warner is 35. And what is good about it is Sunil Narine has just finished an over. As you know, Sunil Narine has been very economical throughout the season. He has been having some miserly bowling, but well, in this particular over, Narine has given 10 runs, so that would be something the Australians should be proud about, because Warner actually pulled him to the mid-on for a boundary. And then there was another loose delivery that Narine bowled, and that was pulled over mid-wicket for boundaries. So 2 consecutive boundaries coming there from David Warner, and the score sits at 67 for no loss in 12 overs. And that would be a psychological victory over Sunil Narine, who has been really throttling the Australian batsman. It has been very difficult to pick him up because he has both the good variations in his bowling. He's an off-spinner. He also, and Michael Clarke has already sounded that the tests also Sunil Narine will be very difficult to pick, because he not only has the one which is the stock ball of the off-spinner, which is the floater which goes in straight, but he also has the one which really goes outside the stumps, so something that turns away. So that is going to be very difficult to handle. So Michael Clarke has already said that is going to be something that is going to be difficult to pick on. And today, another good thing is that Michael Clarke will be playing in this particular one-day international, which is good news for Australia, because Michael Clarke is a good player of spin. It will be very good to see how Michael Clarke actually tackles the spin of Sunil Narine. So Australia 67 for no loss currently in the 5th one-day international at the St. Lucia. in 12 overs, and they are going at a very good clip here. The openers are doing a marvelous job. I should be very happy about it. They're going at 5.58 right now, 67 for no loss. And well, Darren Sammy has just come in, started beginning the bowling the 13th over. The first ball has yielded 1 run. So the score moves on by 168 for no loss in 12.1 overs, with David Warner not out on 35 and Shane Watson not out on 32. And as I said, tomorrow the test match stats between the first day of the first test match in the test series between England and Sri Lanka begins tomorrow. And let me tell you, as far as this test series goes between England and Sri Lanka, I think it is something where England has to England doesn't have a very good record on subcontinental pitches, and they have definitely got used to the pitches. They have definitely got used to the heat, and it all depends on how England can take the heat and how England can how they can fare on those pitches. Well, as I said, the warm-up fixtures, they have been doing well, but again, this is a different kettle of fish when the Sri Lankan bowlers are bowling. It's not going to be easy. Home advantage will be with Sri Lanka, but England, it's a real test for them to actually really play well against Sri Lanka and get their position strengthened. It is going to be a very good series. As I said, it's good challenge for England on this Sri Lankan tour. It will be interesting to see how the batsmen cope up with the bowling, and also it will be interesting to see how the Sri Lankan batsmen are going to do against the England bowlers. But the key for England, and in fact the main challenge, will be the heat and the conditions prevailing in Sri Lanka, which England are not quite accustomed to. But how they have taken to it will be known tomorrow when the first day's play of the first test begins between England and Sri Lanka. And Australia currently take it down for some live commentary. 69 for no loss, as Darren Sammy is the bowler who in charge right now. And this over has been a very good over, just 2 runs yielded in the 4 balls. As Darren Sammy has been bowling well. He bowled stump to stump, 69 for no loss, as Darren Sammy is preparing himself to bowl the 5th delivery of this 13th over. 69 for no loss. As I said, Australians are doing pretty well, and for West Indies, well, if they have to make history, they have to very quickly get this breakthrough and make further inroads into the Australian batting lineup. Good luck to West Indies if they can actually get a series win under the belt against Australia after 17 years, and that is quite a long time. So that's it from me. I'm leaving you right now, but I'll be there for the full match report on this 5th and final One-Day International, which is happening here at the St. Lucia and the Bissijur in West Indies in the 5th One-Day International. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.